We're live. Hello, hello. Yes, we are live again. Got a little bit of time this morning drinking coffee and tea on the porch. And Gary says, why don't we go live again? All right, we'll go live again. See if anybody comes in to join us.
Did chores early this morning.
Yeah.
In my pajamas.
Pajamas.
And
I cooked breakfast in my pajamas.
yeah, and then my schedule for the day changed, and I haven't got reorganized yet and got going too far. So we just thought we'd go live here and chat with y'all for a little bit. And we might be chatting with ourselves.
Yeah, I forgot to turn my notifications off. I'm gonna have to do that. Sorry about that. I had to turn the notifications off. It was buzzing at me. And that makes it difficult.
Oh, Heather Hopper.
Hello, Heather.
It says you're not here, though. It says we've got 0 in, but Heather's here commenting.
It's 3. It just jumped to 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good
cool.
morning, Heather. I thought we were going to talk to ourselves, but that's all right. I've been talking to myself.
Hi, Charles. We decided to do a surprise, another surprise live. Gary's
We're still alive.
Yeah, Gary's day changed, and we were just sitting out here on the porch enjoying the cool weather before it gets 101 degrees today. Heat index of 108. And I have farmer's market tonight. I'm going to cry.
People in the South probably think it's cold in Kansas, and people in the North probably think it's hot in Kansas, and you're both right.
Yes. Yes.
Because here in Kansas, we get extremely hot and
extremely cold.
I've seen it 27 degrees below 0, and I've seen it 116.
Yep.
It gets hot and cold here.
It gets hot and cold.
Oh, well, sorry, Charles, you're not a morning person.
We are.
We are. Yeah, absolutely. We love mornings. And I wake up usually around 5 almost every morning. And just kind of anymore, it used to be 5 and get some things done so that I could go to work. Anymore, my schedule doesn't start as early, so I kind of take my time getting ready for the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm usually ready to go. Usually doing chores by 6:30, but
hello, down on Boddington Farm. Hello,
yes,
hello.
I've seen you before. Hello.
Welcome, welcome. I guess it's evening there for you, isn't it?
Good day.
Good day.
Good day.
Yeah, good day. Hello. That's like good morning, good day.
Or it's like howdy.
Howdy. It's howdy. It's howdy in Australia. 5. Charles got up at 5 this morning.
It's a good time in the morning to get up. I've seen somebody did a 5 o'clock in the morning challenge. Wake up at 5 every morning.
Yeah. See what you could get done.
I think the challenge for me might be sleep past 5. For so many years working construction and ranch work and stuff, I've just gotten up early and just trained myself to do that.
I've gotten out of the habit. I sleep till 7 most mornings. Hello, Elijah.
Elijah, what are you supposed to be doing this morning?
Uh-oh. Have you done your chores yet, young man?
Good morning, Elijah. It's good to see you on here.
Oh. Yep, it is a beautiful morning. It's bedtime. Yes, it's howdy in Australian, he said. It is howdy in Australian. Good day.
Yeah. All right.
He got his chores done. Good job, Bubba. Good job. Are you going to do whatever Miss Jamie asks of you today, right? Your mama? He's
howdy. Boddington Farm. Yep.
Yep. Howdy. So we have a calf named Howdy, and then we have friends that have a child named Howdy.
Yes.
I
Cutest little ranch kid you've ever seen.
He's a doll. He is
and
a
his
beautiful
stovetop
kid.
boots
Yes.
and his big old straw hat.
He is so cute. He helped put the cow out there.
Right around that feed truck.
Yeah.
Boy, he ain't afraid to jump out on something either.
I think he'll be in preschool this year.
Yeah.
He is so stinking cute. But he was helping push Freeman back in when he got out on the highway.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to talk about something.
Uh-oh, we're going to talk about something.
Conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy theories?
Conspiracy theories. Don't tell anybody. So I think that last night, maybe,
Yeah.
one of our lives, we've mentioned, you said that you're not a conspiracy theorist.
Right.
And I said that I am.
Okay.
I am a conspiracy theorist. This is my conspiracy.
Okay, this is your theory?
Yeah. Everything's a conspiracy.
Everything?
Everything is a conspiracy.
Everything's a conspiracy.
There is somebody working behind the scenes.
Yes. I know that. I believe this conspiracy as well. Yes, I
There
do.
is somebody working behind the scenes for a devious agenda
Mhm.
to tear down and destroy. And they use and manipulate people.
Mhm.
I believe we have an enemy that has built conspiracies into everything, except for the truth of God.
That's right. Amen.
And so when we, right now, conspiracy theories are a big thing.
I got started because I was having trouble doing my live at my normal time yesterday.
Yes.
And it was really strange because my internet went off at 5 and came back on at 6. And on Sundays, we do our live from 5 to 6. So I was having my little conspiracy theory there.
And the prince of this world,
Oh, yes.
the prince of the power of the air.
No, Elijah. He may be manipulating and using them, Elijah. But
Yes.
they're just human beings. They really don't. Their power is extremely limited.
Yes. And so is the enemy.
Yes.
His is limited, and God will one day lock him away.
Mhm.
And I don't know if you guys know the doctrine of Satan and of hell, but hell is not Satan's realm. This is Satan's realm.
Yes.
One of these days, God will lock Satan into hell, and it is designed as a prison for Satan. And so I believe that we do have an enemy, and there is conspiracy going on all the time. I know that a lot of people talk about the government, and maybe they're building conspiracy, and maybe they are.
I don't
But
know.
ultimately, behind it is the enemy. And
Hello, Simply Southern Roots. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
we fight that in different ways.
Yes.
The Apostle Paul says we don't fight against flesh and blood.
No.
But we fight against principalities, powers, and rulers of darkness in this present time. And that is Satan and his minions, the demons, and we fight that in a different way.
Yes.
We fight that with the truth of the Word of God. We fight that with peace. We fight that with love. We fight that with salvation.
Charles says he warned people about all this going on 10 years ago. Charles, it is just the repercussions of living in a fallen world.
Yeah.
It just is. And
Cindy and I love
Yes.
history.
yes, we do.
And one of our favorite, I think my favorite point in time in history is probably the 20s and 30s, between World War I and World War II. That Depression era. My grandparents were from that era. A lot of my heroes growing up were from that era. And I guarantee you, if you were living in that time, you would think a lot of the things that we think now about things going on.
Yeah.
If you
that's
saw
time.
that going on, you would feel the same way that you feel today about what you see going on.
This is a cycle.
It goes on again and
Mhm.
again and again.
Mhm.
If you were a first century Jew
Yes.
and you saw what the Roman government
Yes.
was doing, you would think that.
Mhm.
If you were a first century Christian
Yes.
and you saw Nero doing his stuff,
Yes.
I guess that's into the second century,
In a second. Yep.
you would think the same things you think today.
World War II era.
Yeah.
With
World
oh
War One.
my, yes, both of them.
World War One.
You would think the same thing.
Spanish American War.
Yes.
I mean, even abolitionists during the Civil War would have felt the same way we feel
Yeah.
today. And so we have to understand that we do have an enemy. He's destructive, and he's been playing this game a long time. And God is being patient. God is waiting. I don't know how to word this. That wouldn't be quite right. But God is calling his people to him.
Yes.
And one of these days he will deal with it as he sees fit.
He did a lot of research. It started back in the 40s.
Well,
Well, we're talking about the enemy of the devil, of
Yeah.
Satan and his minions.
and that started long before the
that
40s.
started long before the 40s.
It started in the garden,
Yep. Yep.
as Cindy's cup has a.
Reminds me daily.
Yep.
I don't believe that it was an apple. I believe it was a fruit that we no longer have. That's my own personal belief.
Yep.
Because the Bible said it was one specific tree, and then the Garden of Eden would have been destroyed in the flood. So therefore, I believe that it's probably a tree no longer in existence. That's just my personal
And
belief.
even if the flood hadn't happened, you'd have had to face an angel and a flaming sword
To get to it, yeah.
So.
Yeah. So anyway, so we're talking about our enemy, and he does use people. He does use
Political
agendas.
He uses it all.
And how do we battle that?
Yep.
How do we battle that? Taking up arms? No.
I believe he can use your anti-ness.
Yes, he can.
I think if you're anti things, that he uses that sometimes. If you get set against something that you think is the conspiracy, that he can use that sometimes. And so we have to be careful that we are warring according to Scripture.
And Scripture specifically tells us how to war. So they're pagan, and they honor Mother Earth. Are you guys evil? I personally do not believe human beings are quote, quote, evil. I believe that specifically refers to Satan himself and his minions, his angels of darkness. Now, the Bible tells us that we are all fall short of the standards that God sets for us, and therefore we all miss the mark, which in archery terms, they use the word sin. And the Bible adapted that because archery was something that was common throughout the whole Bible, except for, in the garden, of course. So, are we all sinners? Yes. Do we all fall short of what God's asked of us? Yes. And that applies for all of us.
And I will say, down under Boddington Farm, we respect your
right
to do what you want to do, but we do believe the only way to God is through Jesus Christ.
Right.
But that's the way we understand it. We're not criticizing you. You need to figure things out for you.
Yep.
And I don't think I can make you believe what I believe.
And one of the biggest, the main teaching of Christianity is, number one, to love God, and number two, to love everyone as you would love yourself. So if we are being hateful and mean and demeaning to you and bashing you, that is not loving you like we would want to be loved. That's not loving you like Christ loved. It's not. And unfortunately, we as Christians, Christ followers, through history and even currently, I'm saying we, like the whole, lumping all Christians together, do not have a great reputation for doing what we're supposed to do. And we apologize for that. But, good morning, Chris and Tara. Is it Tara or Chris? Anyways, so down on Boddington Farm, we just want to say we love you guys.
Yep.
And we want to encourage you to search and find what you believe. And
we want to say that we can disagree with your spiritual beliefs and still care about you. And we do believe that's true. And we want to see that from others, people that don't agree with us. We want to see them be able to disagree, but still care about us. And I know that sometimes our faith comes on strong because it is what makes us who we are.
Okay. Simply Southern Roots says, only our own kids. We are raising our grandkids. We go through emergency custody today. We will be praying for you guys today, Southern Roots.
It doesn't say today.
It doesn't say today. I'm sorry. It doesn't say today. You're going through trying to get they've got a emergency custody. We will be praying for your family. That is a lot. Yes, there are. Thank you. There are so many judges, and the Bible tells us we are to judge each other's fruits, the outcome of our lives, like what we're putting forward in our life. So if someone's putting forth judgment, they're not following Christ very well. Christ is the judge, not us. So all we're supposed to do is love God and love others. We're supposed to share the message of Jesus Christ. We're supposed to tell people that Jesus Christ loves them and that he died for them and that he rose again to pay that debt that sin brings, missing the mark, not because we cannot achieve. We can't achieve. We can't be good enough. We cannot be good enough. If we could be good enough and fulfill the law, which is, don't do this, don't do that. If we could have done that, Christ wouldn't have had to come. But God knew all along that we couldn't. And so this was always the plan. Always the plan. So.
And of all the religious beliefs out there, regardless of how old or how young they are, Jesus is the only one that did anything about sin.
Yep.
That said, I'm going to pay the price. I'm going to take care of it. And Jesus died on the cross to pay for our sins. And we know that we can't do that. So, well, we can, but we'll be eternally separated from God. That's how he would pay it.
Yeah.
And so Jesus paid it for us.
Yep.
And we believe that, and we put our faith in him.
Down on Boddington Farms says the same. They love everyone and love their own path, on their own path. 3 grandkids. All 3 is in our care. It's hard to see our child. Yes, I'm so sorry.
I've seen so many friends go through that.
Yes.
Yeah, Chris and Terry, it is hard not to be judgmental.
It is.
It's hard to, when you disagree with something, not to come across as judgmental too.
Yes.
And even in our society, just disagreeing with people is considered judgmental. And I hope that Boddington Farm understood us to say, even though we disagree with them, we're not hating on them or anything. We still care about them.
Yes.
And it's hard to not come across as judgmental, and it's hard to not be judgmental.
It is.
Especially when you see the mistakes that were made that could have been avoided. And that's always easier to see on the outside than it is on the inside. Always easier to see. And so that's why, even as Christians, when we are judgmental, we still need Jesus. We still need his forgiveness and his redemption. It's not a one. It is a one and done, as in when you put your faith in him, you're always his.
Right. But
we continually need him every day, and we need his forgiveness and his redemption every day.
Yes. And we need to work out. It's growing. You're always growing and maturing, or you should be. If you're not, it's sad, and it keeps you trapped in a place to where you're unhappy usually. I am with you, Miss Tara. I am with you. Catch myself and have to reel myself back in. That is so true. Thank you. Boddington, down on Boddington Farm. No, that is between you and God, and that's something that y'all will work out. And I trust him to bring those that need it, that he is calling. He'll call them. And however, it's not an accident you're in here today. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not. Yeah. Anyway.
Jesus followers that are in here, hear me say this. It is our job to share who Jesus is.
Yes.
It is our job to tell people about our Redeemer and our Savior. It's not our job to convince them.
No.
It's not our job to make them change.
Right. And that's
that
what I was
is
trying to
God's
say.
job.
Yep.
And so Boddington Farm, we love you. We're glad you're here.
We are glad you're here.
And glad you're putting up with us talking about stuff that you don't agree with.
Yes, thank you.
And that you don't believe.
And thank you for being so kind.
Yeah.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Thank you, Elijah and Tara. Yeah, we want to be known for love, not for what we're against.
Yes.
We want to be known for love. And I believe as Christians, that's what we should be known for. We should be known for love. And that's more than a belief. That's what the Bible tells us. The Bible says they'll know us by our love for one another. And I think that extends to everyone. Hey, Ricky, how are you, buddy, at Narrowway?
Ricky, are you awake?
Miss Barb's in here.
All right.
Ben's over Acres.
Cool.
But yeah,
we know that we have many followers that don't agree with our faith,
and that's okay. We want you to be welcoming, but we want you to be prepared that that's what our focus is.
We also watch some YouTube stuff and follow a few things and listen to some teachers as far as homestead stuff that we know don't agree with our faith too, and that's okay.
Yep.
We definitely try to present Jesus the best we know how.
Yes.
And it's a personal thing. You have to come to faith personally. It has to be your journey.
Ricky's sleepy. A light in this dark world. Yes, we are supposed to be a light. And we need to be a light that people are drawn to, and people are drawn to love. And I believe that that light needs to look like love a lot of times.
I think that that's what a lot of people are searching for.
Yes.
Is something to fill up and ultimate love, not just human flesh love, but agape love, love that can only come from
a supernatural love.
God. Yes.
Yeah. Tara says, I think sometimes we want them to have the same relationship with Jesus, the same love that we have, and it's probably why we try so hard. Yes, I agree, Tara. I agree. Yeah, I'm a baller. Guys, you know I'm a crier, but yes, yeah. So we're going to fail because we're human beings, and none of us go without making mistakes. I mean, that's just the way it is, but we're going to try our best.
And for those in here that focus more on the creation, guys, we love God's creation. Yes. And for us, participating, part of the homesteading drive for us is participating in God's circles that he has created. It's how we worship is through his creation. That's how we worship the creator, us personally. And so we definitely greatly appreciate what he has created here.
Thank you, Barb. Thank you. We appreciate that. Barb says that that's who we are, and she can accept that.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, I missed that. We're kind of on a parallel path. We adore the creation of the earth, and we love Mother Earth, which is also God's creation. We just have a few gods. You have several gods, okay? Okay. Yes, Tara. We screw up every day. I mean, I mess up all the time. All the time. It's just, yeah. All right. See you later. Feed them babies.
I had huevos rancheros for breakfast this morning. Cindy made me some huevos rancheros,
and
which I really like.
Got distracted and overcooked the eggs. He likes his yolks runny, and I overeasy.
Man, when you cut into a runny yolk egg and you mix it up with a little cheese and a little red sauce.
Oh, I forgot the cheese too. I'm just gonna melt some mozzarella on there. I made mozzarella this week.
It's really good.
All right.
Really good. So I had coffee and huevos.
Yeah.
This morning, and after I put out the cow and did all the morning chores.
Yeah. Wow, I've been on here 20 minutes already. That's awesome. But it is. The wind is out of the south. The cows are grazing. We can see the cows grazing. We can see little Freeman here in his pen eating his breakfast. And the chickens roaming around. The cats bugging us because they think we got to feed them. And they've already been fed this morning. Marshall last night when we milked had so much milk he just laid down. He's our runny eggs. Yeah. Hey, we got a lot in common. See, we got a lot in common.
Homestead, howdy from Texas.
Howdy.
Well, good day.
Good day. Good day from down on Boddington Farm. We have discovered that good day in Australian is exact same as howdy for us the southern United States people. It's the same word.
We in the Midwest.
Yes, and in the Midwest we use howdy as well. But I guess we're from Oklahoma, which is technically southern. I don't know. It's Midwest.
Depends on who you're talking.
Depends on who you're talking. It's like a melting pot because you have so many different cultures and especially where we grew up, because we grew up with a lot of Native American influence in our families as well as in a lot of Depression era. Yeah. So howdy, good day.
6 hours for breakfast.
Whoa. 6 hours. You better get some rest. 6 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks for being in here,
Thank you, Boddington. Wow, 6 hours. Yeah, you better get some rest. Either that or
falling all over that would be.
I know, but he's boring holes.
I know. I got to do
porch.
something about him, but look at the pollen.
I know. We got some wood bees. They're really super neat to watch. Oklahoma's not southern.
Homestead Aquarius. It depends on who you are.
Yep. Depends on who you are. Depends on who you are.
When I lived in Oklahoma, I went to a mountain man camp or rendezvous camp in northern Kansas.
Yep.
And some of the guys there kept calling us rebels and
Yep.
Southerners, and we're from northern Oklahoma, you know. We were like 3 hours from some of those guys, and it's like, guys, I don't know that we're really considered that.
Yeah.
We're just Okies.
Yeah, we're just Okies.
And Oklahoma's culture was more defined by the Dust Bowl and the Great Depression than it was by the Civil War. So.
Oh, you got a can tomorrow? Awesome. I'm so jealous. I don't know if you know this, Boddington Farm, but we got sprayed with herbicide. So we don't have gardens right now. We just have started planting our fall garden to see if we can make it.
Ben's over Acres says that Oklahoma is southern to Iowa.
Yeah.
Anything north of the Red River is north.
Oh no, not the Red River rivalry.
You mean the southern border of the United States? Is that what you're talking about?
Texans are wonderful people. If you don't believe me, just ask one. We can tease because we got a lot of family in Texas and we love them dearly.
Yeah, Boddington Farm. Do you eat Vegemite? Isn't that like algae or something?
I don't know what it is. Bland's laughing. Promised Land. I love the name of your ranch, by the way. Bland's Promised Land Ranch. I love that.
Tongue twister, right?
That is a tongue twister. And for us people that stutter, it really is. There's Southern Baptist churches.
Here in Kansas.
No, there's a whole lot more to that, Ricky. So go back.
There are Southern Baptist churches in Canada, Ricky. I work with them all the time. Vegemite, yum. Even our chickens. Chooks eat Vegemite on toast.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that's cool.
I eat chicken on toast. Does that count?
We eat our chickens on toast.
Actually, we don't eat a lot of toast anymore.
I don't know, but I imagine I've never even seen Vegemite. I imagine it's kind of like Spam, which is a chopped up like ham product. Well, it's even like
I believe that Vegemite is some kind of yeast or algae or something like that.
wow.
I believe it's something like that. I'm trying to remember. I watched something on it one time or read something about it when I was in high school, and I can't remember.
I'm watching
But
the kitten.
it's a spread that they use like peanut butter.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
like
it's a
peanut
spread.
butter or
So,
Nutella
or like pot of meat in a can.
I think it's a little more salty, but I don't think it's a meat product.
Oh, I know it's not a meat product. I'm
Yeah.
just thinking like the consistency.
Yeah.
Oh, it
Extreme
did.
Vegemite.
Oh, we'll have to go back and look at that. We'll have to go back and look at that. Yeah. So yeah, there's a whole big weird thing on the Southern Baptist. There was an agreement pre or post Civil War about whenever the Baptists divided. So that's where you get Northern Baptist and Southern Baptist. When they divided,
And Northern Baptist, it doesn't really exist anymore. It's divided.
it divided
kind
again.
of the remnant of that was the American Baptist.
Leftovers from brewing beer. So
it's a
brewer's yeast.
Yeah.
Brewer's yeast. Okay.
Kind of.
Now we use brewer's yeast in our cattle feed. So I guess
We use brewer's grain.
brewer's grain. Sorry. Brewer's grain. Okay.
So, yeah.
Leftovers from brewing beer. How interesting.
I don't know. The brewer's grain that we put in feed,
Smells like bread.
no, that's the distiller's grain.
That's the distiller's. Okay.
Brewers, it's a lot stinkier,
No.
and it's not ground, it's whole, but it's swollen and popped, and
Yeah.
but it's different. Southern Okie Homestead. We missed something up here.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Good day.
Good morning, guys. Southern Okie Homestead.
You're now a Methodist. I'm sorry.
Now he's being ornery. American friend loved the Vegemite. I sent her.
Mouth ulcers. Huh.
Oh,
She
okay.
got some chemotherapy.
Yeah, so it helped. I would imagine that the yeast would help with that sometimes.
I don't know why we keep getting back to church stuff. First and Second Baptists, those aren't really denominations. Those
Right.
are just church names.
Yeah.
That can be a multitude of different
It
denominations.
can be whatever kind of Baptist, but just
Yeah.
like that first one was the first one to have the first Baptist church there, and the second one had the second Baptist church.
And then
So
some
I don't
places you get that are north of the Mason-Dixon, you have First Baptist, and you have First Southern Baptist, and First.
know. Another northerner is here. He's making fun of somebody. Oh my. Vegemite. Tara's never heard of Vegemite.
Yeah. What there was like an old Newsboys song or something
Yes.
that said something about Vegemite sandwich or
yeah.
something, wasn't
Yeah.
there?
Yep. Oh, Newsboys.
Yeah.
Tara's saying hi to Ricky. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of, I think they eat it a lot like Spam. Gary says like peanut butter or whatever, but I think they eat it a lot like Spam or potted meat or something, Tara. Like
I've
it's
never
a spread.
I've never been to Australia.
I haven't either.
I'd really like to go to Australia. And
I'd
New
like to
Zealand.
go to Australia and New
That'd be
Zealand.
cool. I'd like to go to Scotland one of these days too.
Oh, Homestead Aquarius eats it.
Yeah.
It's an Aussie thing. Yeah. You've had Spam. I think it's more of like the potted meat, more creamy or like a spread. I think is what Gary said. He thought it was a spread. Is it a spread, Bland's? Or not Bland's, I'm sorry.
Boddington.
Boddington Farms. I was reading Bland's and
It's a healthy food, high in B vitamins.
cool.
Okay.
High in bees. That's awesome.
It's nothing like Spam. they
Nothing
said.
like Spam. Good. Okay.
So
nothing
they
like
said that it was made out of the leftovers from brewing beer.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
assuming the grains and the yeast and all that, like kind of like brewer's grain.
Yeah, the chemotherapy, back to that. The chemotherapy, it kills a lot of good and bad bacteria, good and bad yeasts in your body.
Yeah.
You know, and so you've got to put it back. And so we need that healthy balance of yeasts and bacteria, and just got to have that healthy balance, and it destroys that balance. Spam's good. You know, I loved Spam as a kid, and I don't like it now. I don't know. And I kind of wonder. I'm in Texas, no Vegemite here. But yeah, my dad used to buy a loaf of bread and a can of Spam and a little bottle of mustard, and that's what we'd have for lunch sometimes when we were drilling wells.
Half top, horse in it.
That
probably left
that
gathering
came
up
from
there.
That's a Shanky truck, yeah.
Oh, that's Jacob's new
yeah,
feed
it's
truck.
Jacob's truck.
And that's Jacob's new trailer. And that's Jacob's new horse.
Oh, we got to see Jacob's new truck,
His whole new
trailer,
rig.
and a whole new rig, and new horse. You'll try anything once? Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know why. One of our kids, is it Luke, that loves Spam?
Yes.
Luke
Yes.
loves Spam.
Well, and a lot of his growing up, that was kind of the treat,
A treat.
we would make was a fried Spam.
Well, when we were growing up, Spam was cheap, and now it's expensive.
Yes, it is. It was a little bit with our kids.
Made out of Cure 81 ham, Spam is. Stepdaughter in Georgia misses her Vegemite and proper barbecue sauce and real pumpkin. Huh.
So, is Australia got barbecue sauce too? You guys do barbecue? Because I thought the only real barbecue was in Oklahoma. Get some Texans stirred up here.
You're going to get everybody stirred up.
Yes.
Oh, I do have a funny story about barbecue.
Oh my goodness.
So we're Okies, right? So we are
Spam is tasty.
many generations Okies, and we moved from Oklahoma to Wyoming, and we were there. We hadn't been there very long, and we got invited to a barbecue. And our middle girl was in the first grade. Rebecca was in the first grade, and we got set down to eat, and she's crying. And Gary says, "Rebecca Kay, what is wrong with you?" And she says, I thought we were going to a barbecue. She goes, all I got was a hot dog. I didn't even get any sauce. And she was bawling because she was expecting a barbecue. And if you know our Becca, when she was little, she loved a barbecue. Barbecue's the best in Missouri.
Only if you guys haul it over there from Oklahoma. So I don't know if you guys know this, but the way to know that you're having real Okie barbecue, everybody barbecues brisket.
Yes.
Everybody barbecues or smokes chicken,
Yes.
brisket, ribs, pulled pork, right? It's real Okie barbecue if there's bologna in there. If you smoke bologna, that's real Okie barbecue.
It's used like ketchup. Yeah, it is
Okay.
here a lot too.
Some people do here too,
Yep.
yes.
Yep. Hormel.
Ran
The
the spam
spam cooker. How cool is that? That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I am like a total nerd with how things are made, just so you know. I guess it's because I love to cook so much. I don't like to clean up after I cook, but I love to cook. That's where we run into trouble is I don't like to clean up. I'd rather be outside. I don't mind cooking, but I'd rather be outside than cleaning up. But
We've got some friends that make pretty good barbecue
Yes.
sauce. Our church has a reputation
yes.
when we put on a feed that there's going to be some really good barbecue.
And they have a nice, healthy competition.
And we've got several good barbecue cookers in our church. And
So does that mean you're leaving us? Are you saying goodbye? Or are you saying hello? Or are you saying howdy?
down under Forge and Farm just showed up. That's a different one.
Oh, that's a different one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So howdy to you guys too. We've got another Aussie in here. That's cool.
Yeah, that
That's
is
cool.
really cool. That must be the perks of going in the morning, going early in the morning, live early in the morning. Cool. Hello.
Hamburgers and hot dogs have to go with a BBZ. Don't know what that is, but
I bet it's supposed
barbecue.
to be barbecue.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's a cookout.
that's a
We
cookout.
love hamburgers and hot dogs, but that's a cookout.
That's a cookout. Yeah, I do need your deal. I cook and they clean. Yes, that is a fabulous deal. But I have a problem. They hate to clean as much as I do.
So we're usually right back outside a lot
Yes.
of times too.
Okay, so down. So
Down on Bobbitt Farm and down under Forge and
Yeah.
That's going to confuse us. I can tell you right now.
Yes.
We're going to get confused. Fallen Arkansas veteran. Oh, okay.
Bibby. Okay, Bibby is. We didn't have a name for you on Boddington Farm. We do now. It's Bibby, and down under Farm and Forge is going to be Darren. Okay, I don't know if I'll ever remember that. It'll take me forever. Tara's from Ohio, so when she got married, moved. You had first time you had barbecue sauce.
Oh,
I hope
wow.
it was good homemade sauce.
So I read an article about a guy.
Mhm.
I wish I could remember his name. In Kansas City, in the 20s, that started cooking barbecue and kind of started Kansas City barbecue, which is very well known. It's like Arthur Bryant's is a famous place right
Mhm.
now. He actually taught Arthur Bryant to cook. And on his menu was often coon and groundhog and possum.
Oh my!
And he was cooking real African-American barbecue. And before anybody knew that was a thing, when that was just how he was cooking. And it was kind of a neat article I read a while
That's
back.
awesome. If they clean it up, they get food. If they want food, they clean up. Yep.
Bibby.
Yep, I'm Bibby. Cool. How's things? Yep. Food. Elijah is a teenage boy, so he wants food.
Gabriel. Yep.
Yep.
Food good.
Food is good. Yep. He's a girl and boy. He's got to have his food.
So when I cook, I have a deal I've used as a smoker, but I don't use it much. But I cook just over an open pit.
Yeah.
I've just got a fire pit and a grate I put over it, and I cook meat and stuff that way, and we love that. Just wood coals, hardwood coals. Just build a big hardwood fire and let it burn down, and then cook over the coals. And that's really what we like. Hey, Grandpa. So, Homestead Aquarius, do we get to call you Grandpa now? Um, yeah,
Cool.
it's cool to see people in here from different countries and
Yes.
different walks of life.
Watching the cats fight.
We have people from all different countries in here often. We have people from Canada. We have people from Australia and New Zealand. We even have people in here from Texas.
Yeah.
So all different countries.
She's going to razz you, Texas. Oh, mercy. But no, I have a lot of family in Texas, all over Texas. All over Texas. My granddaddy got transferred with the your grandpa too. We're not grandparents. Can you imagine that?
We've got a grand hedgehog.
We have a grand hedgehog named what?
Roy's
Homestead.
Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you in here.
Y'all are Okies. You can't claim me. We can't claim him as grandpa because we're Okies. That's awesome. Oh. Yes,
glass of
gotcha.
freedom juice.
Glass of freedom juice.
Awesome.
Awesome. Gary had freedom in his coffee.
Yep, I had freedom juice in my coffee this morning.
Canada is northern.
This is northern Montana. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell our Saskatchewan friends that all the time. It's northern Montana. Guys, I usually music for us is about our faith, but there's other kinds of music we enjoy. I love cowboy music, Western music, not necessarily country music like it's on the radio. I don't care for that, but I love cowboy music. And there is an artist out right now that's from northern Montana, actually Saskatchewan.
Big grandparents are the best. Down, oh my goodness, baby. Darren's south of the border. Man. So I would imagine, as big as y'all are in Australia, that you identify regionally like we do here in the States.
What is Freedom Juice? Our milk cow's named Freedom.
Yeah, our milk cow's named Freedom.
And it's hand squeezed.
Yeah.
It is. It's milk from our milk cow.
Milk from our milk cow.
And Elijah is
our friend of ours that we share. Yeah, we share.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd leave that be.
I'm leaving that be because I don't know what that means, and I don't want to know I don't want to know what that means. But anyway, we got kids in here down under, just so you know, that are on the live today. The best kind. We love it. We love it. So Freedom, our milk cow, we call Freedom in a cup in the winter time is hot chocolate, and in the summertime it's ice cream. Yeah. So yeah. Oh goodness. But
so we've been.
It's clean. It's clean, he says. I hope so. Oh, mercy. Let's.
Yeah, well, we've got a pretty warm day coming up. It looks like it's supposed to be pretty warm today.
It's supposed to be hot.
I was supposed to work cattle today, but plans changed. Looks like the neighbors' plans didn't change.
Okay, they grow bananas in Queensland.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. They're in the tropics. Okay, gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. We're a little bit, we are ignorant of the Australian ways, guys. We will tell you, we're ignorant of that. So thank you, because we were like, whoa.
I've been in Mexico. I've been down into Mexico a ways, and I've been to some of the most beautiful places in Mexico. We've been in northern Canada. We've been to some amazingly beautiful places. I guess more central Canada, but it's the northern of what's actually populated.
Right.
We've been to like Banff, and we've been to Prince Albert and places like that.
On the northern.
Prince Albert, is that right?
Yes.
Saskatchewan? Yeah. Prince Edward, Prince Albert, Prince Charles, Prince Tuesday, I don't know. But one of those places.
Oh, mercy.
King Friday and Prince Tuesday, I'm pretty sure. But anyhow, I've been, like I said, I've been from Prince Albert, Canada, Saskatchewan, down to central Mexico, south of Galeon. And I have seen some beautiful country, and I love this continent, and I love everything I've seen that's out in the country. Been cities I don't care for sure, but I'm not a city person.
We're not city people. I'm not even crazy about going to the bigger town that we have to go shopping in. Thank you. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Just so you'll know, that does appear dirty in our culture.
In our culture. But it's okay. It's a cultural
I'm glad you explained it.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate that. He mods a lot of code.
There's a name for everyone in each state.
Yes.
In Australia, cool.
There is here too. So.
And some of them aren't kind.
Some of them are not kind. So. Yeah. So
Darren's up past his bedtime again.
Okies can be Okies.
Yeah.
Which was back in the Dust Bowl. That was a bad. I mean,
if you were from California or Oregon, it had a bad connotation.
Yes. Because so many. Yes, it's past your bedtime. You better go to bed. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate you, Biddy. Tennessee, Sugar Creek Homestead, Tennessee.
Down there is Emporia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we call it too.
Emporia, yep.
Sugar Creek. I'm glad you're in here.
Yeah.
And we are just sitting on the porch.
We are just gabbing. Just gabbing. We're needing to get our watch hours up, and the chats are really amazing for that because y'all are so awesome.
And we get to talk to a lot of neat people. It's kind of crazy that we're hitting Australia pretty hard right now.
Okay. All right. We'll have to look that up. But yeah, so we're Okies, even here in Kansas. So Kansas actually means people of the South Wind because the Native Americans that lived here, the wind is majority from the South.
It was the Kansa tribe.
Kansa tribe, which means people of the South Wind. So we're Kansans, we're people of the South Wind. But,
and there are some, like this is the Sunflower State.
Sunflower State.
Like that. So
sometimes they call us Kansans, oh gosh, that sometimes Jayhawkers, which is not a nice, yeah.
But it's also the mascot of one of the colleges here, the university.
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma's the same way. Okies get called Sooners, which is also the mascot of the university.
Taters, not potatoes. Tomatoes, not tomatoes. If you're in the South, yeah. Taters. Squash. My granny called squash.
She's got an uncle that talks about okra, and he calls it okrie.
Okrie, yep. Yeah, we grew up around a lot of the old Okies. Yes. And them folks were survivors. Yes, they were. Man, they were tough. Yep. And tougher than woodpecker lips, I guarantee it. And they could figure out how to do things. My grandpa, which I would consider definitely an Okie, grew up in oil field housing, and his dad built wooden oil derricks for the Diamond Oil Company. And he could fix anything. Yep. If it wasn't broke, if he couldn't fix it, it wasn't broke. Yep. And he could fix anything. He could make do with anything. He held on to stuff that most of us would consider trash, and then he'd build things and repair things with it. And they're from Appalachia. And talk like that, yeah. I'm sure. Yep. Razorback is an Arkansas. Yeah, it's an Arkansas. Yep. Arkansas. Yeah, and that's also one of your university mascots. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of neat. Yeah. We definitely are from Polk country. Yeah, go Pokes. But and so we just identify as Okies, and that for us, that's. I mean, we're proud of that heritage. We're proud of our grandparents. And my grandmother, if you guys have ever watched Grapes of Wrath, that whole journey that a lot of Okies made to California and Oregon, my grandmother made that journey twice in her childhood. They'd get there and they would have a hard time. They'd end up coming back, and then they went again, and then they came back. And she did have some family that kind of went back later in life, but they
definitely were Okies.
Yeah.
And tough, good, kind people. A little far from the mountains.
Okay.
So West Tennessee, southern West Tennessee, is that more like the Delta, like southern Arkansas?
Y'all say you bet? Do we say you bet? I don't know.
Sometimes. That's a little further north.
Yeah.
A lot of times you betcha.
Yeah.
But I say gotcha a lot of times.
How is Arkansas? I have no idea because it's Arkansas, which Arkansas got that because they were a southern tribe of the Kansas, and I believe, I don't know what Ark means.
So
but R means. But.
There's Arkansas City here, and the Arkansas River goes through it. So when it's in Oklahoma, it's the Arkansas River.
Right. Yeah.
Don't know why it's called two different things. Don't know why
it's the
different.
Same river, same name. They just say it different. Yeah. We know. That's how I remembered how to spell it, is Arkansas.
Yeah.
But Arkansas is named after a southern band, a different band of the Kansas Indians that lived more in the forest of Arkansas, and they were in Missouri as well. And that's the other thing, Okies, we say Missouri instead of Missouri.
Yeah.
And or we'll make fun of it and say misery because we got family there too.
Down under Farm and Forge, that's something we have in common. My family didn't get kicked out of England; they got kicked out of Scotland, which let's make sure we know that's different. But my family got kicked out of Scotland for their part in the Reformation. Right. They were Covenanters.
Yeah.
And they got
got
put into Ireland, and then they left Ireland and came to the colonies.
Yeah, in the 1700s.
And they, for religious freedom purposes.
Arkansas is honorary Southern, but they are on the line fence riders with Western states. Yeah. I
would have always considered Arkansas definitely part of the South.
South, yeah.
But yes,
I know that
it is close to that.
Yeah.
I know Missouri and Kansas and some of the states kind of had a choice.
Yeah.
Oklahoma was not a state.
Right. It was a territory.
And so it didn't really have a choice. And even the nations there
were divided. Even within the tribes were divided. I know, anyway. I
know that Missouri went with as a state part of the Southern, and Kansas part of the Union.
My parents call Missouri misery, but I can't take Missouri long.
The other half of the channel is Scottish.
Yes.
So Reverend John Cargill came to the colonies, and
he brought several family members.
And then there was lots of Cargills that ended up coming over here from there. But that is. And
we say it Cargill.
Yeah.
And some people say it Cargill.
Yes.
There's a huge.
It's the same name.
Yeah, it's the same name.
Even a lot of my family says Cargill because it's easier for people to understand and easier for people to spell
it.
And it just makes things simpler. I just kind of really like the way my grandpa said it and have held on to that.
Yeah.
And my kids say it that way too. So
Gary has multiple rivaling heritage. So Gary's ancestors were Scottish, Irish, and Cherokee Indians, and you can give Southern accent, at least get kidded about it. Yeah,
hey, I've gotten kidded about my Southern accent really hard in Wyoming.
Yes, they'd always
Wyoming
ask
has
us
a Western accent,
and they'd always ask us if we were from Texas. Oh, I get so mad.
Say, don't cuss at me like that.
Don't cuss at me. Don't cuss at me like that. Yeah, too much. Yeah, I'm Heinz 57 variety. Yeah.
And Elijah, Gabriel, that is
part of your heritage.
That's American.
Yes.
Most Americans have a multifaceted background, and I'm pretty proud of that. That we do live in a culture where several cultures have come together, and you can see multiple cultural influences even in our food.
Yes.
And I love that.
They're in the foothills.
More weeks
of a growing scene, trying to build a off-grid sustainable homestead Irish and Cherokee heritage too. Awesome.
Awesome.
Polish, German, Lithuanian, Russian, French, and
Born in
Australia.
Australia.
That's awesome. So I have German and Russian and German, Russian. I have some English, some Irish, some. My list would be like that long.
Yeah, I'm just teasing you. I hope you know that.
Yeah.
I'm just teasing you about the Texas thing. I've been to some nice places in Texas.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind spending a little time in West Texas.
West Texas. Yeah.
I got to say that East Texas is way too many people for me.
Yeah.
But Oklahoma, where we grew up, is too many people for
Yeah.
me. I don't do that I don't like that anymore.
Yes. We are a potluck. Yes. And it's like amazing. And I love so many different cultures. And it's just crazy. So I love it.
I love seeing food influences from the
Yes.
culture.
Food
we
is
grew
such a bonding.
I grew up with the Okie food,
Yes.
which wasn't influenced by the old country as much as it was by the Great Depression and the Dust Bowl.
And then I grew up with Okie food that was influenced by German because my granny, by German immigrants, because my granny was first generation of German immigrants.
But some of those same foods that she grew up with, the German influence, I grew up with too. Chicken and noodles and potato pancakes. Yeah.
But we had things like Hassenpfeffer a couple times, and there was Granny definitely put a little bit of German into her cooking. And so that's the largest ancestry background that I have, because my granny was German. My dad is like a little bit of everything. Dragon lady. A Polish German redhead. Woohoo! Dragon lady. Them redheads have a temper.
My hair's not red. Just my beard.
I don't think he can see his own hair, guys. I don't think he can see his own hair. But it's red, and then when it gets in the sun, it does turn blonde. But it is definitely more of a red than a blonde or a brown. It's starting to turn quite a bit white now, which I can't talk. My dark hair, my black hair is turning quite a bit.
It's not turning white, it's turning loose.
Shine bright like a diamond. And we're going to buff it, make it all shiny.
Hey, you might wear some of it out. Quit.
Raised in Southern cooking. Kinfolk was from West Virginia and Virginia. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We ate a lot of deep fried stuff, a lot of stuff covered in gravy growing up.
Yes.
Everything had sugar added to it. I mean, that was and I think my grandmother, had a grandmother that was an older girl of several kids, and her mother died when she was pretty young. And so she was the cook.
Strawberry blonde.
And she knew how to put calories in food, feeding a family during the Depression.
Mostly boys.
Yeah, a family of ranchers and farmers during the Depression. She had an older brother that was just as cowboy as they come, and he was. And so she knew how to put calories in food, and it shows.
Yep. I got the little roundness from the German. My granny was a little round German lady. And that's where our red on our side came from. My granny was kind of redheaded, kind of blondie red.
Yeah. Elijah, you are strawberry blonde for sure.
Yes, Elijah, you are, darling.
Hey.
Hi, Miss Patty. Just in time.
Oh, my goodness.
It's so pretty, isn't it?
Hey, Coffee Angels and Crafts.
He's got his farmer tan going from his hat. Oh, Sugar Creek's got to go. Lots on your plate. Got to run. Loggers on your road. We've got rain coming in.
Cool.
God bless you. Have a good day. Bar Run Forges Lives. And love your Southern cooking, but like them Northern beans. We like Northern beans as well. We just like ham and beans. So ham and beans.
Diamond in the rough.
Diamond in the he is.
Real rough.
Yeah, real rough.
Also known as a chunk of coal.
Coffee Angel Crafts. Hello. Yeah, he's definitely rough. Yeah, definitely sparkles. So I guess we could call him a diamond. He may be one of those. Well, those little. Trying to remember what they call them. Oh, you know what he is? He's fool's gold. I'm teasing.
Oh, you.
Yeah, that's exactly it. No, he's good. Go to Bible study at the nursing home. Awesome. Have
Thanks,
fun.
Barb, for being in here. We
Yep.
appreciate it.
Barb, have fun at the nursing home. I miss the
Oh,
old
making me
folks.
hungry.
That's the big thing.
So some of the things I grew up eating,
Well, yeah, making you hungry. That's what we're supposed to talk about is food, right? Food brings people together.
go to Smith Channel,
Oh, cool.
catch you on the next one. Yep.
Yep.
Thanks, Barb.
Thanks, Barb. See you later.
Nope.
Oh, I got that one on the screen. Sorry. I'm clicking on the wrong ones. How do I like click that off?
It'll go away, I think.
Okay. I like that one. Aw,
go.
fool's gold.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, mercy. No, he is. You know, I know many of y'all probably know that we were high school sweethearts. Somebody had to move in so I could get married. That's how that goes.
Cornbread.
Cornbread, yes.
We have made cornbread out of our own corn that we
Yes.
found. We love that.
We love that. It's really super cool to make your cornbread out of your own corn that you've grown, your own eggs from your chickens. And we say eggs instead of eggs. Your own eggs from your chickens and your own milk from your cow. And even better, buttermilk. That's like amazing.
And then put your homemade butter on top of it
Yes. Mm.
and eat it with some beans and ham that you grew and
Yep.
yeah, and some fried sweet taters.
Yes. Can't you tell, Mr. Charles? I feed him well. I keep him happy with how I feed him. Yeah. Yeah. High school sweethearts. Cornbread and apple butter. Yes. No better way to have it. Yep.
I love beans and ham and beans.
Mhm.
I love cornbread.
Yep.
I like greens some, not a gob, but I like cooked greens. I love fried chicken
Mm-hmm.
and fried fish and calf fries
Mhm.
and steak,
Fried.
steak fingers, chicken fried steak, yeah, fried rabbit, fried squirrel. my mom would even make cornbread. She'd make a cornbread mix and she'd dump sweet corn in it, like a can of sweet corn,
Mm-hmm.
and then she would just throw spoonfuls of it in the grease when she was
Oh, yeah.
frying chicken or whatever, and it was
Yeah,
amazing.
Almost,
Love that.
Yeah, almost like a hush puppy, only it was
Kind
just
of.
like almost more of a corn fritter. Wasn't it?
Yeah, more of a corn fritter than
Yeah.
a hush puppy,
Mhm.
and I just love that.
Gary likes food. Yes, we love food, Miss Patty G. I do too. I like food myself. Oh, yes, Miss Patty. He likes his food. Those tacos de lengua.
Oh, I love
Woohoo.
tacos de lengua.
Yes.
I like tacos.
Yes, we
I like
we eat a
I
lot
like
of
most
tacos.
Mexican food that I've eaten.
Mhm.
I ate huevos rancheros for breakfast.
But yeah, we're enjoying the would-be's. We're gonna have to figure out a way to get rid of them things.
I'll just. Oh, no, that was David Young.
That's David Young.
I'll
Bored of-
just shoot some silicone.
Well, our neighbors are coming by and honking at us because they see us out here on the porch.
I'm gonna shoot some caulking in those holes.
Patty's on a roll. Yes, she is. She knows he'll take it. She knows he loves it. He loves to get picked on. Yep. So our next goal is to make our cornbread out of our corn, our buttermilk, our butter, our eggs, and our honey.
Put our
Instead
own
of
honey on
instead
it.
of sugar, use
Yeah.
honey. That's our goal. We got the bees. We've got bees, Roy. They're surviving the herbicide. We did lose some. You know, my daddy loves pinto beans. In Oklahoma, where we were at in Oklahoma, beans was pinto beans. Ham and beans was pinto beans. That's my dad's absolute favorite meal. I try to cook them when I know he's coming.
Now, I've had
Yes.
couple of different dishes called Mexican cornbread, but yes.
And made some. Basically, I made a jalapeno cornbread. Put whole corn. I put cream of corn in there, and cream corn in there, and I put chopped up jalapenos and put in it, and a little bit of onion. That was really good. Sold 20 gallons last weekend.
Of honey.
Wow.
I love honey.
Wow.
I have it every morning. They talk about
Made
food
me
and-
hungry when I'm watching.
when I'm working.
When I'm working. You've got some Aussie native bees. Cool.
So are those like the sugar sack bees or something that are just really a different kind of bee?
Will we have to dispose of the first honey due to the spray?
I don't know. I haven't been
We had
told so, but I'm going to tell you that when we got sprayed, there wasn't any honey in my super. Any honey that was in the box was down in the brooder, in the brood box, and so I won't be harvesting any of that honey anyways.
but yeah, I don't know about
and-
it.
And even 2 or 3 weeks in, they didn't have any honey in the super. And I've started feeding them sugar water really heavy because they just weren't getting enough feed with what the spray had killed.
We may just have to take that chance. Honey's worth dying over, isn't it?
What was that?
That was a green bug.
One of those emerald beetles.
Oh, and he really distorted himself hitting that.
No, that's 2 of them.
Oh, never mind. I need
Hey,
to
we've got kids in here. We're keeping this clean.
never
I'm
mind.
surprised that that cat's gonna eat them. I think
He is.
He has been. Maybe he's decided he don't like those. 10 gallons. Yeah, I would need that much.
Yeah, well, he'd need more than that.
Yeah, I do put honey in my coffee every day.
Yes, every day. Honey helps us
They're
arthritis.
tiny and black. We don't harvest the honey. We're letting them breed.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Do you got some videos on that down on Boddington Farm, Biddy? We're gonna have to go check out Biddy's channel.
Stingless natives pollinate, but not.
Oh, they don't produce
commercially
enough honey.
grown.
Okay.
Produced.
Okay, so they're just mainly for the pollination. That's awesome.
Roy, that's all you put in your honey? I put coffee and freedom juice.
Freedom juice.
And cream from our cow in my coffee every morning. I have found that instead of using sugar, I've started using honey. When I make lemonade, when I make limeades, a lot of things, I use honey instead. Sugar is an inflammatory, and I've got arthritis. And so it causes me problems.
Never. Yes, that's a huge thing to put honey in coffee.
Roy knows that's all he puts in his coffee.
Yeah.
And so I've started using honey because honey is an anti-inflammatory sugar. So that helps with my arthritis, and it probably doesn't help with my weight any, but it does help with my arthritis.
Heaps on. Yeah. Good. So we have tried bees many times and have failed, and we've done we didn't know what we know now, and we have a great mentor here. We've got a guy is that Jacob again of the different trailer?
No, that was somebody else.
Okay.
Similar truck.
Okay. He doesn't like cream in his coffee because he wants to taste the coffee. He wants to taste the cream. It's just an excuse to drink the cream, Roy. I will be honest with you. That's what he's doing.
There's usually more honey and cream in my coffee than there is coffee.
I have put everything in coffee years ago. Now, just black for years. Honey, sorghum has been a thing, though. Yeah. Hello, Miss Colleen. Hello. How's Miss Miranda doing? Bye, Miss Patty. Patty's got to get back to work.
Oh, we missed that.
Yeah, we missed it. It scrolled quickly. Heading out to the garden. Blessings. Oh, she's keeping me running on the computer. Thank you, Patty. Yeah, Miss Patty's got to go get to work in the garden before it gets too hot.
Roy, I've been keeping a lot of sugar water in front of my bees right now because there hadn't been a lot of flowers. And then in the last week or week and a half, they've slowed down how much sugar water they've been eating. They have been taking it out of there a lot slower the last week, week and a half. But there's a lot of wildflowers that have come back in the last week, week and a half too. And a lot of flowers we planted around the house for them have kind of are blooming good and stuff. So we don't know, how, whether, I guess that's a good sign that they're eating less.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, coffee is an anti-inflammatory.
Coffee, honey.
Or honey. Coffee, sorry. Honey.
Coffee Angels and Crafts.
Yeah. Yes.
Honey is an anti-inflammatory, and I know people that just put honey and cinnamon on a spoon and eat a spoonful of it every day. I would suggest raw local honey because it also helps. There's some antihistamine qualities in that.
And it's an immune booster if it's raw honey.
And it's antibacterial too.
Yep. It's a good day. Wonderful, Colleen. Wonderful. He's got a video that has honeybees in it on our broccoli that went to seed. Cool. Answering down under. Yeah. That cat is having the best time with those jewel beetles. Yeah. Wow, we've been alive for 1 hour and 11 minutes, and we got 14 people in the chat.
I went to open my bees and check on them yesterday, and I've been just opening it up and checking on them and not having any problems. Yesterday, as soon as I opened up, man, it stirred them up, so I didn't really get to look in there. I just put it back down because I didn't have on. I was out there in my shorts and my T-shirt, and one of them I caught accidentally in the edge of my shorts anyways, and he stung me. Yeah, you do have to be careful with honey. It is still kind of high on the glycemic index. Not quite where sugar is, but still high.
Yeah. I have to be careful with the honey or it'll mess with my blood sugar. I'm not diabetic. I'm hypoglycemic. I'm the opposite. So my body overreacts and makes too much insulin if I get too much sugar.
Yeah, I think that's where I saw those bees. Homestead Aquarius was Self-Sufficient Me. I think I watched something those kind of bees quite some time ago.
Yeah.
They're a lot of times people that do have some diabetic problems can have a little bit of honey and it not affect them like a little bit of sugar, but they still can't have a lot of it.
It's still on the glycemic index. Yep.
Some green coffee beans.
Cat's gonna try to climb your ladder.
Yeah, the last time I left that ladder up there, he was all over the porch, all over the roof of the house.
We can have a kitten. He's an adolescent kitten. He's
gonna start roasting your own coffee again.
Cool. Oh, cool.
We've got some friends to the east of us, about 30 minutes, that have a coffee roastery in their garage.
Yeah.
And they sell with us at the farmers market in the winter, and they sell at other farmers markets in the summer, but in the winter they sell with us. And I love their coffee, and they get it from fair trade sources, and we just really love their coffee, or I do. Cindy doesn't drink
I can't have coffee. Love down under but Biddy loves their bees. No, I'm allergic as well. Hannah's allergic, our youngest, but she's so calm, cool, and collected, and she gets out there and looks at them all the time, and they don't bug her at all.
I've seen her have one land on her hand and just watch it crawl around. She just watches it.
Hannah's a very gentle soul. Use a teaspoon. Roy uses a teaspoon in his coffee. Yep.
I use more than that, Roy. Maybe 2 tablespoons
or more.
Yeah. You got
a resident snake. Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, you got to coat the bottom of that coffee cup.
Yeah, I got to coat the bottom of my coffee cup. Just get it around the bottom,
and then you pour the hot coffee in there so that it makes it.
Yep. So that it dissolves good.
Yep.
And then you put a big
glob of cream on there.
Maybe that much.
Heavy whipping
You put a layer of cream on. I really like to make it like Irish coffee. I don't use whiskey at all. I do.
Hopefully you live downwind from the roaster. It smells amazing. The roaster's quite a ways from us.
Yes.
Quite a ways. So They are north and east of us a ways, so
Yeah.
yeah,
It's about a 35 minute drive.
45 minutes. Yeah,
to the roastery.
because I drive slow on that road because it's so curvy. But
And
yeah,
and you can cut right through here and get to
you
that road
can
a
and
little
go faster. Yeah, yeah,
But it's a little rougher road.
yeah. It's all dirt road instead or gravel road instead of highway. Highway is longer there. Oh me.
Well,
I love to smell his coffee when he makes it. I love the smell of coffee. It just
I have never felt like coffee smelled like it tasted unless I get enough honey and cream in it, and then it smells like it tastes.
yeah. So
Tastes like it smells, I guess.
I have to be careful of different things that I eat. Aspirin or aspartame, so
Wait.
a sulfamine, those things they give me like a regular heartbeat.
Down on
So does coffee.
down on Boddington Farm, we have a snake, a big old black snake around here too, and we had a big brown rat snake. And I like to see those snakes. I like to see king snakes. I like to see blue racers. I like to see bull snakes because they tend to kill copperheads and rattlesnakes,
Which we
and
have to
run
deal
them
with
off.
here.
A month or so ago, I turned my canoe over and there was a rattlesnake under it, and it wasn't 30 feet off our back porch. I had my canoe laying out here, and we moved it so we could move freedom. And I killed a little rattlesnake under that. And so, but then, that maybe then that day or the next day, I saw a big black snake not far from there. So I don't know whether he was just coming in or whether he just had more than he can keep up with or what. But we had a rattlesnake here, and those are the ones that bother me: rattlesnakes and copperheads.
But man, it is a beautiful morning. Beautiful, beautiful. I gotta go make the house smell good. I need to make bread for farmers market. I have farmers market tonight, and people will be upset if I don't have my cinnamon bread. I've only got 2 loaves. I need to have at least 4 loaves. I think I may go ahead and do my baking for Wednesday in case we get back in time. If I don't, we can freeze it.
Yes.
Yes.
Rattlesnakes are rattlesnakes. And the smaller they are, the more dangerous they are, really.
Yeah.
And the little hatched out ones, they tend to inject all their poison when they bite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huntsman spiders.
They eat the bad spiders?
Bad spiders.
We have one of those. It's not called a huntsman.
We have a wolf spider that'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of different spiders that will do that. Daddy longlegs actually do that.
Mm-hmm.
A bush python.
Cool. Awesome.
Was that bush python? He won't get in your chicken house. See, that's the biggest problem here with like bull snakes and blue racers and stuff, is they will get in the chicken house and eat all. Oh, I forgot something to tell you this morning. We got a new chick.
Oh, did the black hen hatch out?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I better move the blue one then, because she'll kill. Well, she kill.
She wasn't messing with it today.
Okay, good.
But it was staying in the box with its mama, and she
Cool.
wasn't letting anybody near it.
Cool.
So it might be good just to cut her loose and let her be able to defend the cats and everything instead of that chick getting out away from its mama.
Okay, sounds good. I can do that. I can open the gate. I gotta do something with that blue hen though. I don't want her eating eggs.
Yeah, Roy, thanks for
Roy,
coming
for
in.
coming in. A wolf spider similar to a huntsman. Cool,
Okay.
cool. I like that name better than a wolf spider, huntsman. I like that.
I like wolf spiders.
We had a pet one at our house.
What did you guys name it, George?
Yes. Your bread skills are lacking.
She makes more like banana bread
Banana
type,
bread,
coffee cake type breads and sells those at the farmer's market.
So,
Keeps the others away. Cool.
Cool. We, so I'm making sweetbreads because I have a friend that's the bread man, and he makes like sourdoughs and all of that. I've thought about it for my Opie market because I've thought about making regular bread for my Opie
Yeast
market.
breads.
Yeast breads. Yeah, thank you. Yeast breads for my Opie market. I will tell you the truth. The best thing to use is if you have a mixer. I learned when I was a baker at the school substitute baker at the school to use we had a giant Hobart mixer, and you put on the dough hook, you put all your ingredients in liquids first, and put your flour and stuff on top of it. Or get you another thing you can do is get you a bread machine from Walmart. Follow the directions. They work really, really well. They work really well. And you can even get on Pinterest and on YouTube and find alternative other recipes that aren't in the books. That's what I want. Other recipes that aren't in the books. Have a chance to get back into service. I'm hoping
have
to
find a canoe to get back into service.
Oh, a canoe. I missed it.
I'm hoping to find a rattlesnake,
Oh.
copperhead, and a water moccasin. But I'm weird. A moccasin would run the other off. Water moccasins are aggressive.
They are aggressive.
When we lived in Oklahoma, we had those, and they are aggressive.
They do. I don't like them. I don't like snakes. I
On a
don't.
boat with me.
Yeah.
Not fun.
Not fun.
Beat a hole in the boat trying to beat a snake.
Where we lived, when we were growing up, they would fall out of the trees. The water moccasins would come out of the trees and fall in your boat on you. Fall into your boat or onto you. Yes, you can smell a water moccasin.
And you can smell a copperhead
and you
too.
can smell a copperhead. We lived on Copperhead Hill whenever we had our first homestead on my mom and dad's place. So this is our second time homesteading with a trailer, starting from scratch. And that's, we're going to do a video on that today, or maybe today, talking about homesteading and getting started homesteading. And it'll be in our series. If it's not today, I think today is actually what we're going to do, but it won't be up until tomorrow or the next day, tomorrow or Wednesday. But it's going to be, the subject will be probably zoning. Good night. Thank you for coming in, Biddy. Yes, they'll be waking you up, honey.
All right. Thanks for coming in. Lots of snake myths.
Yeah. Lots of snake.
What's that say about it? Rolling down this.
Snakes don't eat much. I'm catching that, Bibby. I'm saying sorry. I'm dyslexic, Bibby. I've been calling you the wrong name. While frogging. Yep. They were gigging and one come in their boat. Yep.
Yeah, we've had that happen too. One time we were hauling hay, and we got up in a little corner of a field. We were hauling some for my cousin. We were hauling square bales. We got up in a little corner of the field, and I could smell a copperhead. And so I just told Cindy, I said, shut it down. We're getting out. It was dark.
Yeah.
We're getting out of here where I can't see. We're going to come back in the daylight, even though it'll be hot. We're going to come back when I can see. And when I went back to the barn, I didn't have a full load, and my cousin said something about it. And he said, what's the matter? I said, I can smell a copperhead up in that corner, and I'm not going to continue on in the dark. I'm coming back when it's daylight. The next morning when we went in, there was a dead copperhead hanging over the gate.
Okay.
His son had went up in there with a flashlight and a pistol and found the snake and killed it.
They have 7 of the world's top deadly snakes there. Rare for someone to pass from it. Yeah, it is rare here.
Typically, when you get snake bit, it's because you didn't see it. You got too close to him, or you stepped on him, or you put your hand on him, or something.
Usually, the anaphylactic shock is what kills them. The allergy to it.
We definitely have different snakes than you guys do. Most of our snakes here, most people will survive the bite. It's not fun.
No.
It's miserable. But
and it does a lot of organ damage.
Yes, but most people can survive it.
If you have previous organ damage and it just causes that much more, that's one of the reasons people pass. Another reason is the amount. If they get bit by more than one. And the other is anaphylactic shock. They do just want to be left alone. Yep.
Absolutely.
Went to pick up a bale of hay to put it on the truck and there was a snake hanging out of it. I ran a good ways away. Yes, that happens a lot. They get bailed up. Snakes just want to be left alone. They're defensive. Yep. Yeah, you're just in their exit route, right? Yeah. Except for the blue racers.
The only ones I've seen
whip
really
snakes, yeah.
really do what I'd call chase with the blue racer will do that. And then I have actually, and I was probably in its area, but I have seen water moccasins come towards us.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes they figure out that when
you can
start,
get fish
that
from
they
you.
can get fish from you too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and they get just as spooked. Okay, what did I miss? You missed everything, Tracy. You missed, holy cow, you missed a lot, buddy. You'll have to go back and watch.
We had a unicorn on here for a while.
Yes, and Sasquatch come by to visit.
Yeah, and he was riding his dragon.
Yes.
And then
there was a hummingbird riding a honeybee.
Yeah, and we had a leprechaun visit for a while.
Attack the nerves and the flesh. Yeah, yeah. We had a friend bitten by a copperhead, and he really, like, it changed, like, the color of his eyes, and it was just a weird thing.
Papa Pepper, who sometimes is on here, he's been bit by a copperhead a time or two.
Did he get bit? He got bit by a water moccasin, didn't he? Is that what he got?
I thought he got bit by a copperhead.
I don't remember. He got bit by a venomous snake, and he swole. And then basically, they didn't even give him antivenom, and they just charted. He's got a video on it. Go check it out.
Some people are just sure that every snake around is poisonous. There's only like 4 types of poisonous snakes here in the U.S. Copperheads, cottonmouths or water moccasins, several types of rattlesnakes, and coral snakes. I did see a picture this morning of a coral snake killed in Texas. I didn't realize they were quite that far west, but I'm sure it was East Texas. It was a big coral snake. But here in Kansas, we basically have copperheads and rattlesnakes.
Yeah.
We have several kinds.
We even have a pygmy rattlesnake, which they have in Oklahoma as well. So we have prairie rattlers. There's occasionally are the timber rattlers, diamondbacks, and I think that's all the rattlers, right? Prairie. We don't have the, Now, in different parts of the country, they'll call any water snake a water moccasin, even if it's not not a cottonmouth, not a venomous one. Yeah, it's that they're just like any other animal. They can smell your fear. Horses can hear your heartbeat up to like 70 feet away or something like that because they're a herd animal. So it's just like working with cattle or working with horses or anything else. You only have rattlesnakes. Oh, that's still, no. The big thing I hated as a kid was when we would work in northern Osage County in Oklahoma, and the tarantulas. They won't hurt you.
I don't think
they don't hurt you. You just hurt yourself.
Yeah.
You just.
That's what my dad says about snakes. Yeah. Sometimes I'll tell him that's not a harmful snake. He said it'll make me hurt myself. Yeah.
Those. Yes, at least they are. The one that was under the canoe, he wasn't big enough to warn us.
I sure couldn't hear him.
Yeah, he wasn't big enough to warn us. He was bit by a water moccasin. Okay. Yep, that's what I thought. Yeah. Oh, he refused the antivenom? Okay. But yeah. We love Papa Pepper. He's our buddy.
We got to meet him at Baker Creek.
And do our first live. It was his first live. He was on a live. We were on a live.
Yeah, we were both on somebody else's live. We were on Self-Reliant Roadshow's live.
Yeah, at Baker Creek. And that was so exciting. And we've just kept in touch. He's a great guy. We love him and his family. Yes, that's exactly right. It is usually in self-defense.
Yeah.
It's either in self-defense or you weren't aware the snake was there and you startled them. It's their defense, definitely in defense.
My concern around here with all the junk and the tall grass is that we'll accidentally grab a rattlesnake or get our hands too close to it when we're picking something up, or we'll accidentally step on it. So I tend to let all snakes go unless they're in the chicken house doing something harmful for us, like eating eggs. But I will kill a rattlesnake if I see it around here. I'm concerned about the livestock and us. And I know that it is always because you accidentally bumped into one, but yeah, I'd just rather not have them.
Yes. The Pepper family is awesome. We really enjoy them. We really do. We have a lot in common. We have a whole lot in common. We have our faith in common. We have our enjoyment of God's creation in common. We have a lot of the same goals. And so, yeah. Yes, a lot of times it is stupidity. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. We used to say, hey, y'all, watch this before the hold my beer. That was the, hey, y'all, watch this was the, famous last words. Yeah. But the chickens are free ranging right now. Some of them are still hanging out in the shade. They're mainly free ranging in the shade. Is that gate closed? I wonder why they're hanging out. Or you fed them in there, didn't you?
There's some weed in there.
You feed them in there? Okay.
Sorry, weed.
Okay. Oh, the flies are bugging me. Goodness, we've been on here an hour and 30 minutes. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. Yeah. Hey, y'all, watch this. Yeah, definitely. Definitely not a good thing.
The last words of a redneck.
Famous last words of a redneck. Yeah.
Hey, y'all, what's this?
Well, I guess we're going to have to get off here and get our work done because Gary's still in his pajamas. I'm dressed. Ooh. I'm dressed and ready for the day, but Gary's still in his pajamas.
Still my t-shirt and my shorts.
Yeah. But that's because I got up and got dressed and he got up and did chores. He did chores, so I didn't.
Thank you guys for all coming on here.
Yes.
I encourage you to please go watch our videos.
And watch each other's channels.
But yes, go watch each other's.
Support each other.
Support each other's channels. And many of you on here have channels and content.
Yep.
And we would like for you guys to go watch each other's channels and support each other.
Yes.
Go watch our Australian friends.
Yes.
Our friends from down under.
Yep. Thank you guys, and
Tuesday morning already.
Tuesday morning. You better go to bed.
Yeah.
Go to bed.
See you later down under Farm and Forge. I hope people will check you out.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Down under. Be safe, everyone, and God bless. Thanks, Colleen. God bless you. Good night, everybody. Or good night. Good day, everybody.
Good day.
Good day.
Good day. That's howdy. We found that out.
Howdy. Oh no. What you do? We're just ending our live, Wendy. You're just in time, honey, to say goodbye. Darren doesn't sleep. Bless his heart. Bless his heart. That's hard. That's rough on a person. Yes, I'm sorry, Miss Wendy. We are headed out. We're gonna get our. It's getting hot here. Imagine it's getting hot where you're at too, Wendy. And thank y'all. We love you, and we pray you have a blessed week. And we may be doing more pop-up lives if we get time. We'll just pop up and get a live in. They do wonders for our watch hours, and we love y'all. And God bless.